Hello, friends and family and PMC fans. I'm here again, and I'm interviewing Mr. Jacob here, coach of the Green Bay Pikachu. Say hello.
Hello, my name is Jacobasalways, and I am one half of the coaches of the Green Bay Pikachus of the channel Jake and Alex. Alex can't be here today because he kind of hit a deer last night, so yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah. Oh well, that happens sometimes. A fire started in my oven yesterday, so we were supposed to do this yesterday, but to no avail. Oh well, happens. Yeah. It's life.
But I mean, it's cool. I think this is like my next to last interview, and I've got all of them done within a week, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
But that's like that. I think that's only the second super official intro that has happened so far. The other one being Northern. But yes, welcome to the PMC. This is your first season. You're here.
It is. It is. Not my first draft league season, but one of my first draft league seasons. I've only been a part of like 2 other seasons, give or take, and I won the second season of the MPCC, so there's that.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the competition's a lot stiffer in this league, I already can tell, but still, like, nonetheless, the championship is still the championship, so
oh yeah,
I'll take it.
The competition here is insane. Like, a majority of the people I've talked to have said how they've been champions of this league and finalists, semifinalists of all this other shit, and it's ridiculous because I kind of want to be in the league again because I want to fight the competition, but whatever.
Yeah, like I think this is like one of the top competition probably is next to NPL. So
the NPL Minor Tryouts is happening
Yeah.
now. I'm so happy. Yes,
wow.
I just finished my draft. The video I was uploading. That was my draft recap.
Oh, that is really cool. I can't wait to see that. So I will definitely be on the lookout for that then, sir.
I'm gonna drop that in the PMC plug chat then.
You should. You should just spam living crap out of it. I'm just kidding. Don't spam it.
I'm doing it.
Don't tell J-Specs I said that.
I'm doing it right now.
No!
Plug a Doug, copy and paste. Bop! There it is. Calgary Flareons. Okay.
Like, oh, you told me to, so.
Yep. Let's go on. So you already kind of voiced a little bit of your thoughts on the PMC, but if you have anything else to say, go ahead.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to Season 3 because when I first found out about the PMC, like, that was probably near the end of my during the MPCC, I was kind of just looking around for other draft leagues to, like, watch and everything because I think the GBA was done. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the UCL just because the competition is really low in that league. For the most part, there are some pretty good players like Joey and Leo and Dan and everything like that, but for the most part, the competition in that league is pretty low. So I was looking for other ones, and I kind of just found the PMC. And I'm like, hey, I want to watch this. And I started talking to J-Specs, and I started talking to Verd and everything like that. And, I guess the rest is history, and I'm in the PMC now. So
nice.
Really looking forward to the competition. But unfortunately, I don't face either of them. I really wanted to face Verd.
You don't even play John? You're in the same... Oh, yeah, because they changed the conference. You only play 2 people in your other
conference.
Division.
Yeah, I faced 2 other ones in the conference, and then I faced 2 other ones in the other conference, and then I faced my division people 6 times, well, twice each, but it's a total of 6 division games, just like the NFL and everything. But yeah, really looking forward to it. So the way I could face Verd is it would be in the finals of the PMC, and the way I could face J-Specs, and well, I want to face a bunch of people, but like, because I don't really know a whole lot of other people besides when I came in here. The only other one I think I knew was, well, Claude's not even a coach anymore in the league, but I didn't really know anyone else as coaches. So it's actually kind of new, and I don't know their game plan or anything, or their, what is it called, their strategies, or their, what works out best for them, I guess. I have to study them and see what they're doing week to week, so that'll be interesting.
Nice. I haven't seen I haven't seen enough people say how they're going to study their opponents, like watch their videos and shit, but it's also really interesting to see people who come in not knowing a lot of people and shit, because like a lot of these people are some of my best friends. I've known Eric for like over a year, or Cloud Envy, nobody else calls him Eric but me.
I thought Jay does.
Who?
Jay, doesn't he call him Eric sometimes?
Oh, do you mean John J-Specs? Oh yeah, he calls him Eric sometimes.
It's just kind of 50-50.
Yeah, because they're also pretty good friends. But the funny thing is, my next question was how you found out about the PMC. So, look at you, one step ahead. Again, you beat me to the call. You beat me to the call. You beat me to the question. Beat me more,
Daddy. I better be pretty darn high on that post-draft power rankings then.
Oh man!
Nudge, nudge, punch, punch.
Don't punch me. I'm soft. I'm so soft. But
I'm sure you are.
Wait. Don't call out my flaccidness. But what are your thoughts on league format in general?
Oh, I love it. It's it's my number one format to play, and then VGC. But like, it's way higher than VGC, and I love VGC. So that probably, like, I don't know. I just think draft's like the best way to play Pokemon, just because like it's different. You get to draft your team. It's just like fantasy football in a way, and I love fantasy football. And I love fantasy drafting, like on like Madden games and NBA games and stuff. I just love to build my own team from scratch and to make it what I want to make it.
Nice.
And it's just like the best way to play, I feel.
We have quite a few VGC players in here this season.
I know, it's really crazy. So we'll have to see how they adapt to the draft format and everything.
Yeah, definitely. And you've already answered this question a little bit, but you haven't gone all the way into it. You said you have a little bit of prior league experience, and what all includes in that?
Well, I battled for a couple weeks. I forget what the draft league was called. It wasn't like we didn't upload to YouTube or anything. It was just kind of a showdown league. But like, I still have a little bit of experience with that. But I got thrown into a team that like I didn't draft or anything, so I wasn't necessarily enjoying it the most because like I didn't draft like any of the team. They gave me like 3 redo draft picks so I could like refine the team how I wanted, but it still wasn't working out the best. So I only played like a couple weeks of that, and then I played in the entire NPCC Season 2, the National Pokemon Competitive Conference. I don't know, it's a weird name, it's a long name. But yeah, that was by U-Turn Crobat, if anyone's heard of him. He kind of managed that league and everything like that, and that one I just kind of like I got to draft my team, and I had a scary, like, I had like Bisharp, Mamoswine, Terrakion, Darmanitan. I had 4 physical threats that were hit so hard, and like you had to prep for them like every single week. It was insane, and I had to play pretty much without a Mega all season because Mega Pidgeot did nothing.
Yes,
I started 2 games, and I learned my lesson to not draft Mega Pidgeot.
Yes,
not good.
I know.
Even with the, like, I just wanted to try it out because, try things out. And no, it was terrible, and I'm never drafting Mega Pidgeot again, even with the buff of Megas.
Yes, I wish I could high five you right now because I drafted it last season, and I made a video going over my season that I never uploaded. And when I got to Mega Pidgeot, I was like, when I started this draft, I was like, Mega Pidgeot's pretty cool on paper. Flying Spam is awesome, but then I was like, don't draft Mega Pidgeot. It's fucking terrible. It's so easy to beat. It's a waste of a fucking Mega. Terrible. I know,
like, but I feel like I don't want to go over my Mega this year, but just in case, like, Pokebank doesn't allow me to have this Mega, I'll be playing with all the Mega again.
It's so
I'm sure Pokebank's not going to do that. I'm sure they'll release this Mega, but
I mean, still, even if they don't, he's probably just going to move it to Showdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, but they're not stupid. They're going to let Mega Stones happen.
I don't know how they're going to, but they'll let it happen somehow.
I like John's idea was that they would patch in like a shop somewhere in the game that sells all the Mega Stones. So
yeah, I'm sure they could just patch it into, what is it called? What is that new place? Plaza thing. That Plaza thing. They could patch it in there.
Oh yeah, the Festival Plaza.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name, but yeah, I'm sure they could do it in a way like that. That would work out. I don't know. They'll figure out a mystery gift, something.
Definitely. So what do you feel like is your biggest strength when it comes to your battling?
Battling or team prepping?
Anything, honestly.
The ability to find a weakness in the opposing team and taking advantage of that and knowing my win con and not using it until I absolutely have to. Like, if I know something's my win con, even if I'm just playing standard play, like, I won't, like, say I'm using I used Scarf Pheromosa the other day. I'm like, well, I know this is my win condition, like, not right away in the match sometimes, but, like maybe, like, 5 turns into the match, I'm like, well, Scarf Pheromosa can clean up at the end if I eliminate this Pokemon. So I just kept it in the back unless I absolutely had to bring it in, and I just played around it, and, like, I feel like that's my best strength, maybe tied with, like, team building in general, I guess. That would be my best strength.
Nice. So it's like, It's like playing for the late game, knowing
Not
like basically what you had to do to win.
Yeah, and not well. I guess that'd be tied with team building in general, like because like I'm not necessarily the best drafter in the world, but to a degree, like I draft to my play style. Like I don't necessarily draft to like anyone else's play style. Like what works for me might not work for you, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel that too because I draft hyper offense all the time, and it's not actually that good. It's what I'm comfortable with.
I mean, if it works for you, that means it might not work for me. Like, I'm not necessarily hyper offense, but I like having the ability to have that in my team if need be. Like, a certain Pokemon I draft that allows me to spike stack my opponent, and then I'll be able to work, like, I'll be able to, like, use that with, if I bring a bunch of offensive Pokemon, I'll be able to work it in my strategy. It all depends on the team match. It all depends on the week. It's just going to change week to week.
Alright. Well, on the opposite side of that, what do you feel like is your biggest weakness?
I guess I don't know. I'm not really necessarily the greatest at pinpointing my weaknesses, but like maybe if I don't know a person's play style very well, like if I haven't played them, like I guess in division matchups, if I play a person twice per season, like there's this guy I lost to in week 4 of the PMC, NPCC. I actually lost to U-Turn Crobat, and I guess my initial matchup is my worst matchup. Like, if I haven't played that person yet, I'm not going to be the best versus him because I don't want to, like, bring out, like, the best strategy I possibly can. And I guess my ability to not go all out in the first matchup if I know there's a second one. But, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of just take it easier. Like, I bring a decent strategy, but I don't want to bring up, like, the best strategy I possibly can. And maybe, like, I don't know, not necessarily underestimating my opponents, but like if I don't know the opponent's playstyle well, I guess that's not going to be beneficial to me.
Okay. I understand. So you like preserve. It's hard to explain, but I know what you're saying. Like
preserves my best strategies for the second game.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to bring out my best strategy because then they'll know what's gonna kind of be expected, and like I don't want to like. I guess when it comes to draft, like as long as I make the playoffs, I mean there's a chance. Like I don't want to necessarily bring out all my best strategies in the regular season because then what's going to surprise people in the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like if I had to face like one of my division people again, like in the playoffs, that'd be a third battle against them, and they'd be like, well, this is going to be kind of hard to plan, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, how do you usually go about your drafting? You already went over it a little bit, but like, how do you plan out your team?
I usually try to plan out a team that could work well with, not necessarily in my Mega. It all depends like what my main Pokemon is. I don't want to reveal my strategy. Like, I don't want to reveal any Pokemon that I drafted.
This is probably gonna go up after the draft, so you can probably do that.
Go up after the draft?
Yeah, because there's no draft stream.
Oh, yeah.
And people are already uploading their draft recaps and everything, so.
Oh, okay. So, essentially, I drafted Mega Mawile as my Mega, right? And I wanted something to be able to, like, you would have the ability to, like, spike stack or something like that and, like, set up hazards. Mega Mawile becomes that much better. Because, say something like an Arcanine comes in, and there's Stealth Rock and, like, 2 layers of spikes up. I drafted Scolipede, and I can get rocks up with, like, Crocodile, Blissey, Mew, whatever I drafted, whatever I have Stealth Rocks on that week, if I can have hazards up in the field, Arcanine becomes that much less of a switch-in. Because, sure, it can be physically defensive, resist both my stabs and everything, but I'm still a Mega Mall, I still have huge power, and I still hit like a truck, and it's still going to be whittling down that Arcanine. And then, things like that. And then, like, the ability to baton pass both with Mew and Scolipede. Yes, I'm aware that we can't baton pass, like, speed plus attack. So I can't do Swords Dance, baton pass speed into Mega Mawile, but I still can baton pass speed into Mega Mawile from Scolipede or something of that nature. I could baton pass speed plus 2 speed boost from Mew into Scolipede, or Mew into Mawile. Plus, I have Trick Room capabilities with Mew and Gourgeist too, so I can run a Trick Room team if need be, any given week. It all depends on what I have and whom my opponent is and what they have.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm very tired. But yeah, that was kind of what we focused on in the power rankings was your speed passing, because that's what your team's strength is, especially like Braun Mega Mawile. So you kind of plan like I do. You pick a mon that you want to use. Usually, in my case, it's a Mega, and you kind of draft to support that mon.
But also, like, I'm not going to say, like, certain weeks, obviously, I'm not going to bring Mega Mawile because the matchup's going to be atrocious.
Yeah.
But other weeks, it's going to be really good. And then also, I wanted to state one more thing. Some of the free agent transactions I'm planning on, we're planning on picking up. I'm not going to reveal it because, someone in the PMC coaches could be watching this and they could snipe me out of those picks. But I feel like the team's even going to get better after I make 2 more free agent transactions that I have. So, I have Typhlosion on my team. Was that in the power rankings or was that before?
It was in the power rankings.
Okay, I was going to say because I feel like Typhlosion was a lot better than Delphox just because of it's not psychic type. I felt my team was really weak to dark, so that's why I made that transaction like right away. So like I have 2 more transactions that's going to really benefit the team. I already talked to other people that I trust their opinion on and everything like that, and they really think it'll help the team out. It'll make the team a lot faster, so that's for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and it's going to be able to be less predictable, and it's going to be hitting that much harder too, I feel.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out that we kind of harped on is that you don't have a lot of hazard removal. You only have Mew and Dragonite. So
yeah,
you should definitely pick something up there.
But the problem with that is, like, I looked at everybody. A lot of people don't have the ability to hazard stack. Certain people do, but like they either just have certain people just have like toxic spikes, and obviously I can just bring Scalpine that gets rid of it, and like I'm not necessarily too worried about it because looking like at like everyone's team, I didn't see like a lot of spike users or anything like that. So like that's why I didn't necessarily think it was like the be all end all to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be an issue, but if I do face it, but I can kind of play around it if need be. And I was looking at my schedule too, and my schedule doesn't necessarily have the people I face don't have the ability to spike stack.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. So that's why I thought it wasn't that big of an issue.
Yeah, and I guess if the biggest worry is breaking Dragonite's multi-scale, but you're not going to be wanting Dragonite to sweep every week. So the weeks that you would want it, then you could use defensive Mew. But the weeks that you don't care about multi-scale being up, that's when you can be creative with Mew. Even bring Defog on Dragonite.
And plus, I do get taunt users as well. So usually, like the things like one of my person in my division has Chestnut. Like I could easily taunt it or something like that. They won't know with what Pokemon, obviously, because I'm not going to reveal that. But this Chestnut's so slow, it's not going to be able to spike stack me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to play around that. And like if I feel I need to, I will bring Defog on Dragonite or Mew, or a third Pokemon I may be picking up in the future.
There we go. That's good.
Yeah.
But moving on, what do you believe is the most overrated Pokemon in the format?
What?
What do you feel like is the most overrated Pokemon in the format?
Oh boy, can we go by Gen 6? Because we don't really know Gen 7 draft very well yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess, that's a really tough question, to be honest. But I think one of the most overrated Pokemon in draft format has to be Rotom Wash and Lander's Therian form. I think they're kind of like up there, like just because they do, I don't know, just like they're underwhelming, I guess, because like Lander's T doesn't have reliable recovery, either does Rotom Wash, yet people like pick them really, really high, and I don't really think that merits them being picked really, really high. Yeah, they're bulky and everything, but they can be taken advantage of. Like Rotom Wash, like, I don't know, I guess like it can just be set up on by like certain things, like, and it just can be used as setup fodder, and it's just really unfortunate in that regard, but it just stinks. You know, like if somebody had a Volcarona, they could run like Kasha Berry, Quiver Dance, both bulky Volcarona, and Rotom would just be set up on completely, unless there's like Thunder Wave Pokemon, but still, like, unless you run Thunderwave, you pretty much have to run Thunderwave, or you're gonna get set up on it and get swept probably.
Yeah. I think what the problem is people have this idea of what they do in singles, and like, oh, these two Pokemon are really, really great in singles, so they're going to be great here, right? But it's not the case for that.
Are we doing underrated next?
Yep, sure are.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I don't know. I guess this is even a harder question, to be honest.
I think this is a better one to like kind of talk up one of your favorite mons or something that people don't really think is great.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the problem with this is just like I don't necessarily have the best draft, the most experience in Draft League so far. But I really think one of the most underrated Pokemon, or I guess one of the most underrated Pokemon, I guess could be, is actually Crocodile. I really like Crocodile because it can do so many things for your team. It can be a physical wall. It can set up Stealth Rocks. It can spam things with Choice Band and knock off Earthquake. It can be a Scarf Moxie user. It can be a bulky bulk up set. Tongue Twisters for the win. I mean, it can just do so many different things for your team, and I think people really underlook Crocodile because it's always just like a middle. It's like an average pick. It's always like a tier C or like 10 points or whatever format you're playing in, whatever draft league you're in. Like the PPL, like they have point system and everything like that, and most ones have like tier C or whatever. But I really think it's just an underrated Pokemon, and people should be looking more to towards drafting it. Yeah, it has a lot of weaknesses, but it has a lot of key resistances too.
Sorry.
Like it's immune to electric and stops electric types in their tracks for the most part, because if they run around like HP grass or HP ice, it's not going to be doing the most damage. You can take that and just knock it out with an earthquake.
Yeah. Sorry, my cat just climbed directly on top of me, but yeah, I actually really like Crocodile, and I haven't drafted it yet, and I kind of really want to soon, but yeah.
I definitely recommend it. It's really powerful. Like I've watched other people use it, and I drafted it this year, as you're going to see on our draft recap that we're doing, which should be going out at the same time as this video, give or take, somewhere around there. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to using Crocodile this season. It's just it's really scary. Like, honestly, like, it's in that 92 base speed, like, where it's outspeeds everything before it, and, like, it's just the perfect speed tier, I think, to be in.
Yeah. I've seen Crocodile get to top 10 status many times. In fact, in my own league a few weeks ago, someone got 6 kills. Someone got a Scarf Moxie sweep with it, and it was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's got 2 great abilities, too. And the fact that the team I have right now has 2 Intimidate users is really nice, I feel. Because no physical attackers are going to be able to break through, I don't really think, because of those 2.
Yeah, and they actually kind of pair really well with each other.
I mean...
Mawile and Crocodile.
Oh, they do, too. The only thing that can really break through is, like, maybe like a Choice Banded Darmanitan or something like that, or Powerful Fire type.
My cat just stuck his ass in my face. Nice.
Oh, boy.
That was not bad. But yeah, do you have any expectations for yourself in this season?
Just do the best that I can every single week. Like, obviously, I know I'm going to try to figure out when the best time to, like, bring out my A game. Like, I'm going to bring my A game to every single battle. Like, my battling skills will always be on my A game, but I don't necessarily, like, want to bring up the best strategies every single week, especially my first division games. I want to see I want to bring certain threats to see how they react to them and see what their game plans would be towards them right away.
Yeah.
And then the second game, that's where I bring the team building A game every single time, just because I want to see how well they'll react to it again. And then if we meet a third time in the playoffs, well, that's just going to be interesting. I really hope I don't have to face my division opponent the third time in the playoffs.
I mean, you have to keep in mind they're on the same field as you. Like,
I know they probably don't want to face me a third time in the playoffs or anything like that. Because there are certain teams where I'm just afraid to play. Like, Tapu Lele is not going to be fun.
No, do you play the Mega Kangaskhan guy?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not necessarily all that worried because, like I said, I have 2 Intimidate users.
Oh, true.
And it can't have Power Up Punch because the way we made it. Power Up Punch is banned because I can't have like Stealth Rock and Magma Wall either. I think it's something that I get this generation because that's what made them unbanned. Like Genesect doesn't get shift gear, etc., etc.
Does it get seismic toss?
Nope.
Awesome.
That's a Gen 3 tutor move, I think, from Leaf Green
Awesome.
Fire Red.
Alright, well, do you have any inspirations for your battling? Like people
Inspirations?
Yeah, like any friends or any YouTubers you watch that are like, I kind of want to battle like that guy.
I mean, I really like how Monotui of the Tampa Bay Lux Rays battles, just because, like, I can, I guess, like, relate to his battling style and the way he plays. Like, sometimes he'll play more balanced, sometimes he'll be hyper offense, sometimes he'll spike stack, or it all depends on, I guess, like, that's just me kind of in a nutshell. Like, we have certain strategies to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It's cool that you picked like a smaller YouTuber because everyone's like, basically it's Verd or it's Joey, Miguel, Dan, or Shitty Penguin. That's like the 5 answers I get a lot. So I like that you picked someone smaller.
I was gonna say I watch like a lot of different draft battlers too. I really like how Gypsy King plays too.
And I've met all these people. I'm so happy. So I'm happy because NPL stuff. I know. I got to meet all those people a couple weeks ago.
I know, like, yeah, he's I don't know, like, I really love his knowledge of the game, and like, he hasn't been playing Draft League for that long, I don't think, has he? Like, maybe just a year and a half or so.
No, and he went like undefeated last season.
Yeah, and the MPL is just like, well, it didn't surprise many people, but at the same time, you know.
I'm not gonna spoil his week 1 game though, although he might have uploaded it already.
Everyone uploaded week 1 already, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he lost. He fucking lost. But
yeah,
now,
it's okay.
Now Eric has to play in week 2, and
Eric lost week 1, didn't he?
Yep, and we've all been trying so hard to help Eric prep. He's changed his team up so much, but it's gonna be a good battle. But yeah, thank you for your time, sir. This was
no problem.
Kind of difficult to schedule, but we got it done.
Yeah, it was. You know, oven fires and hitting gear and work kind of makes it hard to schedule.
Yeah, and you also didn't know until yesterday that you didn't have to have him with you. So.
No, I didn't know that. I thought, like, oh, we have to both be here. Blah 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 blah. This one was so much easier to do like a week ago.
Yep. But I have one last question for you. Please answer it correctly.
No.
Who is going to be the champion of PMC Season 3? Who?
That is for the Hacks Master to decide. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't want to pick myself because obviously everyone wants to win. Everyone thinks they can win. But if I had to pick anyone, I think someone's going to repeat. I think it's going to be Verd.
I just want you to say Jacob. I just want you to say Jacob.
I'm not gonna say myself though, because that'd be a little cocky and a little arrogant. I don't want to do that.
Guess
like everyone thinks they're probably gonna win and they want to win, but like I'm not gonna say myself because that'd just be weird.
There's only 2 people that said themselves. Guess who one of them is? Guess.
I'd rather not.
It's Verd. Of course, it's Verd. Yeah, he brought the I don't know what he calls it, but it's the Verd's Battler X thing back. And it was a really funny outro, but yeah.
If you smell what the Verd is barbecuing.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be barbecuing you in the finals, boy. You better watch yourself. I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
It'll be a fun game.
But yeah, thank you, fine people for watching. Go ahead and check out Mr. Jacob's channel, and also show some love to the PMC channel. And do not check out my channel because I'll punch you. But yeah, thank you for watching.
I already have your channel up right now, though. I already have your channel up right now. I'm spamming it.
I rebranded like the other day. It's really nice. But yeah, you have any last words for the people watching?
Just bring it, Bird.
That's right. Goodbye.